Good morning, everyone. Uh, Today we are going to work on behaviors inside the character animator. So, if you can see on the screen, I have this character. Basically, is a little bit changes I did on this character. It's the same sort of character. I just added like few or more things. Like suppose I change his trousers and add some shoes, okay, and gave it a sort of a uh, t-shirt pattern and different kind of changes I did it. So you can see that how easily you can change your character inside the Photoshop, the one that you have. Okay, when you're working on your final project or midterm project or any assignment, make sure you change it a lot, just not like this, because what I did, I just added t-shirts and everything, but you have to give a custom hands, custom face, okay, not something like as it is. Otherwise, if you will not change it, there are chances that you might lose your marks. So make sure when you're changing, you have to change it a lot and make it completely customizable, because here I don't have that much time right now to change completely. So I just keep most of the things as it is, but some stuff I added. Okay, clear? So this character, let me show you what this character is. If I will go in the rig, you can easily see that it's the same sort of character that we studied in the last class, where we have, let me show you one thing here. Instead of showing you in the rig, I will show you in Photoshop, so it's more easily viewable and you will understand more about it. Let me open in Photoshop. Okay, so here is the character, and what I have here is the main character. I call him Jim. Okay, inside Jim I have basically frontal. Okay, as you know, we have head turners, and when we turn the head left to right, okay, or top or bottom, so we have different like frontal, quarter, left, right profile, upward, downward. So this is frontal. Okay, inside the frontal I have head, which is independent. Usually we don't make the head independent, but what we are doing here is that we are counting frontal as the head, and then we are putting a face inside this frontal, okay, which will count as a facial object, like elements like eyes and all those things, but the main thing will be the frontal will be counted as head. Then we have body. Okay, so that's why our head like will work like a normal object. Okay, not as a head. This frontal will work like a head, and this one will work like like a face, or you can say a container that contains all these items here. Okay, but we will apply like a face behavior to it, and that face behavior will make it or control it like a face. Okay, so that's how we will have more like control. So it's more like a trick rather than like a process. Okay, so it's a trick that you can do. Now this is what we did and nothing else I have changed here. So let's see some of the behaviors that we have inside the character animator. So if you will go to rig, you will have all these items here, and you will see that there is a behavior already added. This icon over here shows that behavior is added here. So there is a behavior. If I will roll over, it says there is one behavior added, which is face. And if I will go to my main root, you will see there are total 9 behaviors. So here are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so the main our root layer is that the one that was it had a face behavior, which I changed its name to body. Okay, so it will not control the face. The one, that new one I added here, will control the face. Okay, so that's how we will have more like a normal sort of a you can say a movement inside our head. So if I will talk over here or move my head, so everything will work normally over here. Okay, so I hope that's clear. Okay, uh, so here we have all those things. There is one thing I have to do. There is a jaw here, and you will see that there is a jaw tag over here. So this will add like a jaw. But one thing I have to do, I have to go to the head and see if there is any jaw movement here or no. Jaw. No, there is no jaw right now. I cannot see any jaw. So what I can do here is that I can add a jaw behavior over here. So my jaw over here can also move. Okay, so I have move eyebrows, I have mouth strength, and I have head. And let's see here, do we have anything related to jaw? Okay, so jaw is not there, and maybe in lip sync, if I will go here. Okay, there is. Okay, one thing I can do here is that uh, I will delete this jaw from the head. Okay, and I will go all the way to my the root here, because there is a lip sync option here, and this lip sync option contains jaw movement. So this will look for the jaw. So I will go here to my main character. Okay, and or you can say Jim over here, or let me see where I should go. Okay, let me do one thing. Let's go to our home and open Chloe. And let's see if her jaw moves. No, her jaw doesn't move. So let me remove Chloe from here, because I want to see any character that have the jaw, because his jaw is not moving. Let's do one thing. Let's try to add the jaw uh, here. I will take this one and go to Jim. See if I can add. No, here I cannot add. Here I cannot add to. Here I cannot add. Okay. Let's add in the mouth or face background. So I will add a handler from here. Okay, it's like a stick tool. And then this stick tool, I will tag to the jaw. So this will work like a jaw right now. Let's see if it works. So now you can see the jaw is working, because now it is, you can see the jaw is moving right now. Okay, so this is how you can add the jaw on the correct position. So before, the jaw was not working because jaw was not on the right spot. The jaw have to be inside your face background. Okay, and my jaw is a little smaller. Let me do one thing. Let me delete this and make jaw a little bigger so it can move more of my jaw here. Let me tag it here. Okay, now let's see. Yeah, now it's moving a lot. That is good. So not a lot, I mean like the way it should be moved. So here's, if you see, if I move my head, so everything moves perfectly. And like this is what we did in the last class, so everything is fine. What else I can do here is that I can give him more life by adding some physics to his hair. Okay, so I can add a dangle physics, or you can say a dangle behavior to my character. If you will notice, if I will go back here and go to walking Toby, okay, and let me change its name to Jim, because his name is Jim. I don't know why it's different. Joe. Walking Jim. Okay, that's fine. Now, if I will go here and see the physics, inside the physics, I have dangle. So this is the physics behavior, which is by default in your character. And inside the physics behavior, there is one behavior which is called dangle. And there is no dangle applied over here. Dangle is 0 here. Okay. Now, there are a couple of more other things. So first behavior that we will look into right now is physics. Okay. Then we will move to the other behaviors. Now, inside the physics, first thing that I want you to see is dangle. Okay. Collision, we did it last time, if you remember, when the chicken falls down and it collides on, and it bounces. So those kind of things we can do in the collision. Okay, so if you want to know more about it, you can go to that class, the previous class where we did the chicken, okay, that falls down and which collides, and then we played with all these settings. Okay, so right now we will skip this one because already we have done, we will work on these. So first thing is the dangle here. Okay, now there is no dangle here, and let me show you one thing. Inside the head, I have this face background. Inside the face background, I have here back hair, but apart from the back hair, I have a lot of different things here. I have this part, this part, this part, all these hairs into different layers. Okay, so they are on their own, 1D, 2D, 3D, 4D, 5D, 6D, 7D. So I have from 1 to 7 I made it. You can make it the way you want it on your own. Okay, let one more thing. Now I will go back here. Actually, my software, by mistake, I clicked on this button, so it opened a software which I closed it down. Okay, now coming back here, I have to go back to the face background, and I have all these hairs. Now these hairs I want to move, fly in the air while I move my head. I want to give more life to it, but at this stage I cannot give it more life because I cannot give it like dangle physics to it, because first of all they are not independent. Secondly, there is no dangle applied to it. So all these 7, I have to make them independent. So I will select all of them and I will turn them into independent. Now they all are independent. Now I have to do one thing. I have to go to each one of them, and let me take the arrow here. Okay. So what I will do over here is that I will just take this origin and make sure this origin are down here. So this is fine. This is origin is fine. This is fine. It's down here because it have to be attached to the root of the hair. So they all are attached to the root of the hair, which is good. Okay. Now I have to apply a dangle, uh, handle to it. So these are different tools here. Okay. And here we have the last one, which is dangle. So I can take the dangle, click on this one because I want this hair to move from this part. I will go to the second one. I want to move it from this part. Okay. Then I will go to the third one. The tips. Basically, I'm clicking on the tips. So it depends what kind of dangle you want to apply. Okay. So I want them on the tip, so I'm putting them on the tip. So this is how I want my hair to move. Now all the dangles are applied there automatically when you apply, so it takes the dangle physics to it automatically. You don't have to do anything. Now, before, as you know, when I was moving my head, there was no life to the hair. They were not moving. Now, as the dangles are applied, okay, so now if I will move my hair, so you can see that my hair is moving, okay? Can you see the hair? This is how they are moving actually. Now, when I move up or down, left or right, and move this, so you can see that the hair are moving because of the dangle. Now, how this dangle can be modified, okay, like I can control it, its properties. So I have to go to physics behavior. So this is where the physics behavior comes in, and there is dangle here. Inside the dangle, I have stiffness, which is 100%. So if I will go and make it 0%, so what will happen? It will be very sloppy, okay? Like it will become like wet. When the hair are wet, it will become very heavy and sloppy. So now if I move my hair, they will move just like this, very sloppy or something. But I want them to be stiff, 100%. So it will look like I have applied gel to it and they are stiff in the air, okay? But if I will make it 50%, so it will move more, okay? So more life will be there. And suppose if I will make it not 100, maybe 90, so you can see that it's moving more. So for more movement, you can reduce the stiffness, okay? So that's, I have kept it 90%. Now let's see squishiness. Squishiness right now is 0. If I will make the squishiness 100, let's see what happens. So now if I will go with the squishiness, okay, it will be like this. Let me do one thing. Let me make this 0, okay. Now if I will move, so you can see that what is happening here, the hair are working like a spring, okay. Like suppose if I will make the squishiness 0, so you can see they are kind of sloppy. But if the squishiness is 100 or increased, notice that they are not that sloppy, but they work like a spring, okay. So they come back to its position, and you can see that it's coming near to the camera also. It's like a spring, okay. So that's what the squishiness do. It gives you like a bit of a squishiness to your like physics, okay. So let me make it this 0, and let's go to the damping and make the damping 100, and let's see what is the damping basically. Now damping, what it do is that it makes your hair heavy. Now let's make this one 90, the stiffness, and see what is the difference here. Now this is with the dampness 0. So you can see that the hair are moving, okay. If you can see that, fine. But if I will make it more damp, like 100, and if I will move it, so you can see that there is a little bit weight. Let me reduce its stiffness to see how it affected. Now this is with 100% damp, and this is 0. Now 0, you can see that it is flying, okay. But if I will make the damping little bit 100, so what will happen, you will notice that if I move it, it's not that flying because it became heavy. So damping is the weight of your hair over here. But I don't want this, okay. I want only stiffness maybe 90%. Now where do we use damping? Damping we use whenever you want to add dangle to the objects, like you have heavy objects, like maybe I'm wearing a necklace, okay. So the locket over here, maybe I can put some sort of a damping to it so that it will become a little heavy while it's my head is moving, so it will move accordingly. Squishiness, you can add it to something which is more like springy. If you want to give some squish and stretch, or that animation principle feeling. Okay, so stiffness is basically that we are used usually for the hair. So you can see that normally the hair will move like this. Okay, now that's what the dangle do we so just like this we have this inside the dangle. Now we have here gravity strength. Now what is the gravity strength? How much stronger the gravity? Right now it is 10%. If I will make it 0, so there will be no gravity and there will be no pull. But to give a little bit feel like you can say kind of a realism, I can add 10% gravity. And if there is no gravity, you cannot control gravity direction, you cannot control wind and all those things. Now, if I will make the gravity 100, okay, so you can see that the hair is now completely it's falling down. But as my stiffness is 90%, it's holding a little bit it upward. Okay, so if the gravity is 10, so just notice how the hair pops up. Okay, so this is how you can work on this one. Let me do one thing here. Let me zoom in a little bit here. Okay, let me move it back here. Okay, I think my webcam turned off. Yeah, now it's fine. Let me do one thing here because I want to zoom it in and it's not allowing me to. Yeah, now it's fine. Okay, now just notice here if I will go to gravity, right now the gravity is 0. Okay, so oh sorry, the gravity is 10. If I will make it 100, just notice the hair, what happens? It pulls down. Okay, it's a little bit become it's pulled down by the gravity. And if I will make it 10, it pops it back. So that's how the gravity actually works. Okay, now other thing here is the gravity direction. Suppose if I have 100% gravity, now I can change the direction of the gravity. The gravity is now going to this side. If I will go to the other side, you can see the gravity is going upwards now. Okay, it is pulling up. Okay, and now it is going to the side. So this is how you can control the gravity. And if I will make it 180, it will go down. Okay, now there is a wind also here, wind strength. Let me make the gravity 10%. Now wind, there is no wind right now, 0. So I don't see all the other options here. If I increase the wind, okay, so you can see there is a slight movement here which goes to the side. Okay, so there is you can say I can put 131 wind strength, for example. And wind direction is 90 degrees, so it is coming from left to right. You can see that this is the direction it shows here also. So it is coming over here, so I can change the direction of the wind to wherever I want. Okay, but I will keep it a little bit here to 60 degrees. Now there is no wind variation. There is a constant speed, so it doesn't look like the wind is coming. If I would start putting a variation here, so you can see that it shows that the wind is coming. Okay, like wind is blowing over here. As much I will increase it, you will see the variation changes. But we don't put it a lot, maybe 25 is good, and you can see that the wind is blowing the hair of this actor. If I will go and make it 90, it will go all over there, but maybe let's put it upward somewhere to 0. Okay, this kind of looks better, but wind variation I will put it 10. So there is a slight wind here, or if you want very natural results, so maybe 5. So very slight result over here, so you can see that it is also moving, but it doesn't show. like this. But if I will move my head now, so you can see that it will be always straight as the wind is forcing it to keep it straight. Okay, so that's how you can add some wind over here on your character. It all depends. So I will keep the wind 0. Okay, so I hope this is clear. Now, for your final project, as many behaviors you will add, you will get more and more points. Okay, as many variations, as many behaviors, whatever we are learning, as much you will put, you will get more and more points. Sometimes students say, I have done all the animation, I have followed everything, but I didn't get good marks. Good marks is not that you have finished your project. Good marks only you will get when you will add most of the things that you learn in the class. If you'll add few of those and make only a simple animation, so you will get simple marks. You will not get good marks. But if you will if you're doing a very complex animation, you are adding a lot of behaviors, so many other things. This or camera, because some of the students they never add cameras. So if you're not adding cameras, then you're not getting any good marks. So when we will move to the camera, you will learn about it. Okay, what's the camera and how to work with the camera. Okay, so this was our first behavior, which was physics, and this is how we add the physics. Now let's see what else do we have here. Okay, so to add more of the behavior, you can see in the gym that we have here. Okay, the main, you can select the main like character, and you will have more of your objects over here. But our face control is on the head, so I can go to the head, and anything related to face I can add in the head. Okay, so now I can go in the head, and let's see what else we have here. Okay, now auto blink we have already no, auto blink we have not added yet, so I will add an auto blink to my head here. Okay, because auto blink, what it do is that it automatically blinks the eye of the character. Now if I will go here, okay, so now I am not blinking my eye, automatically the eyes are blinking here. Okay, so how this will work, if you will go here to your character, okay, and you will get all these properties here, and there is an auto blink applied to the head. Right now blinks per minute. How many blinks in 1 minute? 30 blinks. So in 1 minute he will blink 30 times his eye. And blink duration 80 milliseconds. For 80 milliseconds his eyes will be closed. Okay, randomness 100% randomness, so it will look natural. If I will reduce the randomness to 0, so what will happen? His eye will blink like a robotic. Okay, there is no variation. So you can add some randomness. So his eyes sometimes blink twice, sometimes thrice, sometimes only one time. So there will be a variation and there will be a randomness. That means in reality we don't blink constantly with the same speed, with the same duration. Our duration of blinking, our length of our like when we blink, okay, so our duration is a little bit like different. Okay, our frequency of blinking is a little different all the time, so that's why it looks natural. If you apply randomness 100%, it will look natural like we do in real life. Okay, now if I will make it, instead of 30 I will make it 100, he will blink a lot. Okay, so you can see now he is blinking a lot, so I will keep it 30. Okay, or let's do one thing, blink duration. Right now it is 80 milliseconds. If I will write it here 500, so his eyes will be closed for a lot of, for a longer time. So I will make this 30. Okay, and this one I will make it 80 again. Okay, so this is how your auto blink works. This is good if you want your character to auto blink and you don't have to worry about blinking on your own when you're recording, because sometimes you have to uh, blink to record to give him a realistic feeling. Now, as I have applied auto blink over here, so I can go to the eye gaze. Now, eye gaze is about the uh, eyes. Okay, here I have camera input. Okay, then I have mouse input also, like this one we have already done in the last class. Okay, now here we have here I don't have any sort of blinking, so I don't have to worry about the blinking option, so that's fine here. But I have here mouse and touch input, so if I will turn this one out and this one off, so you can see that it can follow my mouse. So when I go and click anywhere, it will follow my mouse direction. Okay, and if I turn this off and go to the keyboard, so I can use my keyboard arrow keys to look left, right, up, down. This is also good. Okay, if you don't have a good camera webcam or not a good light setup, so you can turn this on. Okay, so I'm using my keyboard over here. You can turn both of them on. So maybe I will turn both of them on. Whenever if I don't want to use my real eyes, I can use this one. Okay, so that's how you can work on. Now let's see the other one. And the other one that I have here is basically inside the head. I will go because I added auto blink here. So I will go to the head, go to the behavior. Let's see. Now we have breathe. Okay. Now breathe, I don't think we can apply on the head. It's not for the head. It's basically for the body. So what I can do, I can go to the body. Okay. And here what I will do is that I can apply a handle over here first. Now if you apply a handle, like suppose here somewhere, okay, and you can call this breathe. Now this will be breathe. Now nothing will happen unless I apply a behavior over here, a breathing behavior. So I have to press here on the body on this add behavior and breathe. Now what will breathe will do? Breathe will make my objects part wherever I have tagged, like here I have tagged with the handle breathe. So this will give an illusion that my character is actually breathing. Okay, so these are the breathing settings. Let's see if it is applied correctly or not. Okay, so you can see that he's breathing. Okay, but he's breathing a lot. Let me do one more thing, and he's breathing from this side. Let me move this breathe to this. Let's see if this can do some kind of changes. Okay, little bit it moved there, but his breathe is very strong. So I can click here on my walking gym, close this one, and let's go to the breathe. Okay, now inside the breathe, you will notice that I have a breathe per minute 50. Okay, maybe I don't want him to breathe just like this. Okay, 15, I think, just like eyes we have 30 blinks per minute, we have breathe also. Okay, like 15, you can say breathe, which is happening right now per minute. Now maximum scale and minimum scale. Maximum is 150, which I think is maybe a lot for my character, because my character is it's not that you know, a big or something like that. His size is not that big, so maybe I will make it 110. Okay, but 110, you can see it's not that noticeable. Maybe 130. Okay, 130, or maybe let's try 120. Okay, 120 is fine. Also, what I can do, I can reduce the scale. Okay, so instead of becoming normal and then enlarging, I can make it like scale down and becoming normal. So maybe I can type here 60, and you can see it will become small, and it will breathe like this. Or if I will do 80, so it will be like this. Okay, or maybe 90. Let's see. Okay, 90 is not that. Maybe 85. Okay, I think 85 looks better. Instead of making him scale up, what I will do, I will scale it down, then normal. Scale it down, then normal. Normal is what? 100% right now. 100% means actual size. Now, offset. Offset means right now it is breathing from this direction. It is breathing like this. Okay. If I will offset it, so it will not breathe like this, it will breathe like this. Okay, like this, or it will go like this. Okay, so here what I have to do is that just change the offset. Okay, and you can see now it is breathing upwards because the direction of the offset is up. Let me make it 100 so you can see the result. So he goes up while breathing. If I will move it to 90, so he will breathe in this direction. If I will move it down, okay, maybe 180, so he will breathe in this direction. Okay, so that's what you can do. Let me close both of them. I don't want that offset to be there. Okay, or what happened here? This one, let me keep it 0. Okay, so now it's fine. Okay, so this is how I can put the breathing. So is everything clear about the breathing behavior? So this is how your character actually breathes when you give it a breathing like behavior. And breathing behavior will be on the body itself. I can give the breathing behavior on the face, but the face will start breathing, which is not right. But you can do something interesting. Maybe you can make uh, like any sort of animation on the balloon. Maybe you are making a balloon. Okay, and on the balloon you can add this tag, this handle, and call this handle up like a you can say, let's do an experiment here. Okay, let me add a balloon here. Okay, I will make a new layer of this and call this one balloon. Okay, and I will just make a balloon, simple balloon over here. Okay, and bit of a gradient I will give it to it so that it will look like it's a balloon. Okay, and maybe some sort of an effect I can put here to show like, okay, now I will put them here. Now this is temporary, I will remove it later on. So I will save this one. Okay, now I have balloon over here. So what I will do, I will just go to the balloon, take my handle here, put this handle, make it uh, breathe. Okay, and also here I will add a breathe. Now if I'll go to the record, so you can see that this balloon is breathing. So on these kind of things you can do. It's not that it have to be like your character. Okay, it can be something like this. Okay, and you can add to many other objects, many other things, and this will work accordingly. Okay, so let me go and delete this. I don't want this inside scene. Okay, so now let's move and let's see what we do. We have some other one. Now here, after the breathing, we have cycle layers that we have already done in our previous exercises. Okay, uh, if you know, we know about the cycle layers. What it do? It animates layers frame by frame. So there is a like animation principle. As you know, there are like pose to pose, and there is straight ahead. So cycle layers is basically for straight ahead animation principle. Okay, now dragger helps you to move your like any object. Like dragger we have added on the hands and on the feet. You already know about that. Okay, and usually what happens is that if I will go here, okay, in the beginning and start recording this scene, okay, and start moving this one, and once I'm done, when I stop it, so it will show that my recording is done. But next time if I want to record the other one, so what will happen is that this hand will not show animation, okay, while recording. After recording it will show, but while recording it will not show. So for example, if I will record again, now I'm moving this hand and then I will stop. But when I will play again, so you can see both hands are moving. Now the reason why this hand was not moving while recording, because we only have how many draggers? Only one dragger. So to avoid this situation, you can add draggers. It will be better if we can add at least three more. So we have one for this, one for this, one for this, one for this. Okay. So that's an ideal situation. So let's do that. I will go here. Okay. And I can go to my main character over here, my main walking gym here. Already we have dragger here. I will go here, rename this dragger, okay, to left hand, okay. So I know this is left hand dragger, or rename it to left hand dragger. Okay, and now I can go back here, add another dragger, and I will call this one right hand dragger. Now I will add one more, and rename it to left foot dragger, and again right foot dragger. Now I have just added these draggers here, but these are not assigned to any one of these draggable handles, because the reason is that you don't have to assign. Once I will start recording and moving this hand, so automatically it will be assigned to the left hand dragger. If I will start moving this hand, it will be automatically assigned to the right hand dragger. So this is how it will work. Okay, so if I will go over here, okay, and now if I will start recording here, let me do one thing. Let me close my mic over here, otherwise it will start recording my voice also. So now I will move this one, okay, and I can lift my hand or whatever I want, and I will stop it. Now you can see this is recorded. Now if I will start recording again, so I can record this one as I want, okay, and let me do one thing, because the other one is not showing. I don't know what is the reason here. Let me make sure they are turned on here, or are they showing or not? Okay, they are showing, but yeah, okay, I forgot one thing here. So suppose I want to move this one, so I have to keep my left hand dragger clicked. I have to uncheck all these. Okay, where is the other one? Yeah, okay. So this way, what will happen if I will start recording and moving this one? So whatever I'm moving will be automatically assigned here. Okay. So now if I will move this one, okay, and also I can move my head, and when I close this, it will be recorded this one. Now what I can do here is that I can go uncheck my left, because I already recorded the left. Now I will check the right one. Now I will start recording. So you can see the other one is already moving. It's showing me the movement now. Okay. Now what I can do is that I can hide this one also, and I can now go to the leg, this one, left foot, okay, and start recording. Now as you know, both are showing. Okay, now what I will do here is that I'm done. I will uncheck this one and go to the right foot and start recording. So the right one is showing. So this is how you can add your animation, and these will be now assigned to these. Okay, like hide it, then use it, hide it, then use it. This is how it will do. But let me do one thing. Let me undo all this animation here. Okay, and for now I will turn it on. That's okay. Later on, if I want to animate, then I will turn it on. So this is how the dragger actually works. So you can add as many draggers you want, and it will be better to turn off those draggers that you are not using. This is how they will be assigned to a particular like a handle. Okay, now what else do we have here is, let me see. Okay, I guess basically it's already there, and I guess I already explained you what do we have in the eye guys. So then we have here face. Already we know about the face. Okay, fader, we did it in the first class. If you know that if the fader makes something, you know, when something is triggered, so it makes an object you know, fade in and fade out. We did that in the trigger classes. If you will go back to your trigger class, you will see that. Now, handle fixer are what? Basically, handle fixer, these handles when we add over here, they fixes some sort of a handles. Okay, so if I will add a handle fixer here, okay, so you can see that, oops, sorry, already handle fixer is there. Okay, now handle fixer, what it do is that it just counts and see how many handles do you have. Here I don't have any handles, but if I will go to head, okay, or maybe frontal, so frontal we don't have it. So what are handle fixers? Basically it only do what if you have a handles. Let me show you any one of these handles. Yeah, these are basically handles. Okay, and if you tag them, that's right, but if you don't want to tag them, you can do a handle fixing over there. Okay, so this is actually like it's more like a technical part which will help you to do some of, it's more like a utility. Okay, so it's prevent movement in puppets mesh. This behavior is by default over there. Okay, like suppose here we have these handle fixer, these straight lines. This will act like a bone. So if I don't have this, my hand will move like a noodle, which is not right. So when I add the bones, okay, so this part of my hand becomes stiff, and this handle fixer which I showed you, which is already applied here, this is helping it to like prevent. Okay, so or what else it can do is that suppose I want to right now my character is already pinned to the ground because of the IK, the new limb IK, because the new limb IK will prevent you to fly from the ground. But if you are working in an older version, so you have to add the handle fixer here and put the fixed tag on it. Okay, so how you do that is, suppose if you go back to your walking gym over here, okay, and you take this one, okay, and you go to your body, you add this just like this, and after that what you do, you make it fixed. So this is how it will not fly in the air. But right now mine is fine, so I don't want to do anything about this. So these are the basically handles, and they all are controlled by this handle fixer. Okay, if we don't have the handle fixer, so it will not work. So that's why it is by default over there. So you don't have to worry about this. Okay. Now let's see what else we have here. Head turner. We did this in the last class, the head turner. But let's check the head turner in this scenario, because this scenario is little different. Why this is little different? Because as I told you, we have applied a trick over here. Okay, because usually we don't add a frontal and then add a head inside the frontal. We do opposite. We add a head, then inside the head we add frontal. But to make our character move with the head, just like how I'm doing, I'm moving my head and my whole character moves with the head right now. So this is a very good sort of a movement and life to my character. And then and how I get this, I get with this sort of a arrangement, this sort of a structure. So I did opposite. I made a frontal and tagged frontal as a head. Now the frontal is counting as a head, and inside that I added a real head and make it independent, because head, if it is independent, it will not work correctly. Okay, and when you make something independent, okay, for example, right now if I will go here, okay, face, because this face tag I added on the head, okay, an extra one. Why? So I can control the head position, because if I will not apply this one, the head will move like this, which is wrong. So to avoid this, I went to the head, okay, and added a face behavior over here, okay. So when I added this here, oh, it's not showing, but it is already there. I don't know why it's not showing. That's strange. Okay. It is there, but for some reason it's not showing here. I don't know what's the reason here, because it does show that I have a behavior, auto blink and face. So, but here, oh, okay. So I have to click here. Sorry. So this was off. So you have to click on it to see what is inside. So here I added face. Now when I added face, the reason why I added face is that to control it, and main thing that I wanted to control was the head movement. So when I added the head tag over here, okay, I went inside the head tag, and then I changed the head position strength from 100 to 0. So when I will make it 0, so it will not move like this. But the head is independent, it's moving on its own. Okay. And if the head is not independent, so what will happen? It will not move it on its own. It will, let me do one thing, let me show you how it will happen. If I will not make the head independent, so you can see that the head is now attached. I cannot move it correctly. Okay. So to give it a more control, I made it independent. And if it is independent, you will have that issue which I was showing you. So to avoid that head position strength, I made it 0 over here. Okay. So that's how this is working right now. Okay, head position is 0. But now what I want is that I want to turn my head left to right. Okay, so I have only frontal over here, which is this one. So I have to add these also. So we did this in the last class, so we will do it again. Okay, just like quickly I will do it to show you how it will be working in this scenario. So I have to take this frontal, duplicate it, put it down, hide this one for a while. Okay, it have to be inside the gem. Okay, and what is the name of this one? This is right quarter. Okay, so I will go here, change it to right quarter, and then inside the head, what I have to do here is that I have to change few of the things here. Okay, maybe the ear, this one, move it a little bit back. Okay, and maybe these hair, move it a bit like this, or rotate it so it can show that it's moving to this side. Okay, now all of these I will just move them to this side. So it will look like he's looking on over here. Okay, I can turn off the sad mouth because I turned it on so that I can see where it is going. Ear, this ear, I will move it a little bit here. Okay, or move it on the top and move it a little bit here, and erase this part. Okay, that's all. Okay, my right quarter is done. Now I will see what else we have here. We have here right profile. So I will go here. Okay, move this down, but it have to be inside the gym. You have to make sure they all are inside. Okay, high right profile. Okay, and then I will go here in the head. So face, I will try to here what I want is that because it's turned completely to this side, so I will just remove this or put it very behind the head. Okay, a little bit tiny it will show. And this one I will move it more closer. Okay, and these move it like here, and also I will flip it horizontal, so it will give me this sort of illusion that he's looking on this side. Okay, that's what I have to do. Now nose completely here, I will turn on my both mouths, move them here. Okay, and then I will hide the sad mouth. Now eyes, so I don't want one of the eyes over here, I don't want this eyebrow, and I don't want this left eye. So I will take my right eye and I will take my right eyebrow and move it to this side. Okay, nose kind of looks weird, so I have to put the nose a bit here. Okay, or I can go inside the nose and replace this nose to some other nose. Okay, delete this one. And make some sort of a nose like this. And I will give it a stroke. Okay, and what else I can do? I can make a new layer to flatten this nose so that I can erase this part of the nose. Okay, so it will look just like this. This is better. Okay, so done with the right profile. Okay, now what I can simply do is that I can just go to my right quarter, duplicate it, put it down. Okay, and I will flip horizontal this whole thing and call this one left quarter. Now hide it. Now I will take this one. Okay, or yeah, fine. Now I will go here. I think I did one mistake here. I will duplicate this right quarter, put it down but inside, unhide this one, and I will call this one left quarter, but I will not fully flip it. I will just go inside the head and only flip the head, not the body. Okay, that's all. Hide it. Now I'll go to the right profile, duplicate it, put it down, but inside, unhide it, and call this left profile, go inside head, flip it horizontal. Okay, so, or maybe I can move it a little bit in the center. Okay, and here also. A little bit in there. Now I hope this works. But one thing I have to do here is that I have to go to the frontal, copy this one, bring it down, but inside hide this one, call this upward. Okay, now inside this head, what I have to do here is that inside the face background, I have to take all these, because if he's looking up, so the hair should go a bit down. Okay, and the ears also should go a little bit down. I have to take the ears, put it down somewhere here. Okay, and then I have to take all these parts. Let me hide the sad mouth for a while, and this one I have to move all them upward, so it will look like he's looking up. Okay, and I will hide the sad mouth. I will duplicate this one again, put it down but inside, and call this one downward. Okay, and in this I will put the hair, because he's looking down, so hair should be also facing downward somewhere here. Okay, and the ear should go a bit up, so it gives illusion that he's looking down. And I will hide the sad mouth for a while and take all of them and move them down, so it will look like he's looking down. And now what I can do here is that I can hide the sad mouth. I will hide all of them except for the frontal, and I will go and save here. Okay, now if I will go back here, I have to make sure that everything works fine right now. Now it is taking a little time to load because we have done a major change here. So that's what an issue is at this stage, that it will take a little time. Okay. Okay, while it is importing, just let me know if everything is okay with the streaming. The audio quality is good and you are able to see everything. Okay, a bit more I have to wait here because it might, the reason it's taking time because we have had a lot of layers, and that's why it's taking a lot of time to do this. Okay, so while it is importing, I will tell you what we are going to do next. Once it will be imported, we will have frontal, which is already assigned here. Okay, now it is importing. And we will have all the others that we will assign here. And then we will go to gym and we will apply head turner behavior on Jim. Okay. So just wait a bit. So it brings all them, it loads because it's already imported. Now it's loading here. Yet it's still importing. It's importing is done, but now the issue is that it is loading whatever is imported. It's now loading, so it's taking a little bit more time to load. Now, yeah, now everything is fine. Everything is loaded. Now I can see all of them here. Now I can go to my quarter view here. Okay, so you can see right quarter is tagged. I will go to the right profile is tagged. Left quarter is tagged already because these names I have used. That's why it is showing it correct. And now left profile is tagged. Upward, the upward is tagged. Downwards, the downward is tagged. Now these will not work, but I have to make sure that whatever I had in frontal, is it working still or not? So I will go in the record. Okay. And it's preparing the scene right now. So if I move around, everything is fine, but head will not turn unless I give it a head turner. Okay, so I have to go to the rig. Okay, now only issue is that what I am feeling right now is that because right now in frontal it's not only the head, there is a body also. So maybe it will not work, but let's try. Now I will go to the gym, and here inside the gym I have to apply a behavior which is the head turner behavior. If I will go and apply head turner behavior here and check here, we have all these given here. Now let's see if it works. So finger crossed, let's see. Because as I said, only issue is that because the body is also inside there. So yeah, that was an issue as I told you before. The body is an issue here. Okay, so head is turning, but we have the body issue here. Okay, so let's do one thing here to avoid that. Let me go back to the body here, to frontal, move the body outside. Okay, but if I will move the body outside, now there will be an issue here, and that issue will be about the, let's do one thing. Let's go to each one of these and remove the body from here. Okay, and let's see if this helps us to do everything, anything. So all of them are with the body only. Only frontal, all of them are with the head only body is in the frontal. But that means if I will turn my head around, so the head will show, the body will not show. But let's try here. Let me save this one, go back here. Okay, let it load. Yeah, as I said, so that's an issue. Okay, so everything is fine, but what happens is that because the body is there, and I cannot move the body outside, because if I will move the body outside, then I will not have this privilege which I have it here. But let's try. Let's take the body outside, but then I have to change each and everything. But let's try. Then what we will do, we will remove all of this from here. But we are just trying. Let's see what it do. Okay, so I will move the body outside, and let's see if it works or not. Okay, why the body is not showing? Okay, that's strange. Let's go here. Okay, for some reason the body is not showing, because this, it's a trick which I think does not work with the head turner. So the head turner for head turner you have to do something normal, but we have one like other way to move the head, which we will do in our next classes, which is called the parallax effect. Maybe you can use the parallax effect over here instead of the head turn. Okay, which is much more attractive. But let's see if we can do that. Let me do one thing. Let me put this body back inside the frontal. Okay, and delete all these. Okay, body have to be below, and save this one. So now back go back in, going back here. We'll be back to where we were before. Okay, and then one thing I have to do here is that I have to go to gym and remove this behavior pattern. Okay, so that's what we cannot do with this setup. I think the head turner, can be a way, but I'm not sure if we can do about this anything about this. Okay, if anyone can come up with this idea, just let me know in the comment section, like how we can solve this issue here. Okay, now there is one issue because I just removed these, so let me bring it back here. Okay, now it's fine. Now let's see what else we have inside our behaviors here. Now here, head turner. Now layer picker. Now layer picker is kind of a very interesting stuff. Okay. Now layer picker, what it do is that it picks your layer depending on your like a any sort of a change. It works like a trigger. It works like a swap. Okay, what it do is that you can choose a layer to show or trigger, okay, with the help of this layer picker. And how it works, it can work with your microphone. When you speak high, suppose I want to speak very loud, And when I'm speaking loud, his face becomes red. Okay, so that's what we can do with this one. Okay, so let's do a head like a layer picker with the head. But let me go here, take this one. Okay, make a duplicate of this, and I will call this uh, head angry. Okay, and or let me delete this one. Let me do more easier way to do it. I can go in the face background, make another copy of this face and these ears. Okay, and join them, like merge them together, and I can go here, hue and saturation, and change its color to something like a reddish. Okay, and more saturated. Something like this, for example. Okay, and I want this to be yeah, that's fine. Okay, and I will call it angry, and I will hide this one and save it. Now let's go here inside head. Okay, face background. Okay, and oops, sorry, face background. I will add a behavior layer picker. Okay, now in this like layer picker. Okay, it is asking me index offset, means like how you want your change to be, like how far away you want it to be. So I don't want to change any one of this because it will be right over it here. Okay, now what I need to do here is that uh, let's see, mouse touch, camera head, or I think this is fine. I don't have to change with the camera. Okay, and audio sensitivity. Okay, so audio sensitivity I will apply over here. Keyboard on tap, on hold, no I don't, or keep it as it is, because with the keyboard also it will burn. Out of range, limit to first and last. Okay, so then have will not do over here. Okay, now here, where is that? Let me check. I applied it here, but it's not showing inside the face background. Why it's not doing that? Yeah, here it is. Okay. Now I did one thing wrong. I was not supposed to apply it on the face background. Remove it from here. I have to apply it on the angry face. So I have to go to the angry face and I will apply the layer picker. Okay. Now audio sensitivity is higher. And if you will go over here, okay, and I don't know what happened here. Maybe when I moved, oh, okay, there is an issue here because when I moved the body inside, all these changes happen on the body. Okay, so I have to redo some of the stuff. Okay, but I will do this in the break to fix that, because when we change the layer from inside and outside, this happen. But if I will use this layer picker, okay, so it should show like on the screen, or like on his face, or here. Okay, like if I will raise my voice or lower or higher, so it should show the trigger, like the trigger here. But in order to do that, I have to, because now there is an issue here, that's why it might not work. But let's do one thing. Let's take this one. Okay, it's already applied here. I can make it as a trigger. Okay, and this will become like a trigger now here. Okay, and I can give sorry, not a trigger. I'll keep it as a trigger. Okay, now let's see why it's not working. I don't know what's the reason. So if I will no, it's not still working. Okay, just give up like any value here. I will just write any value over here. Now let's see. Now if I will now my voice is little lower, but if I will raise my voice, you can see that what happened. So if I will raise my voice like hello, so you can see what is happening is it is changing its like color over here, like it's becoming angrier or something like that. Other thing what I can do here is that instead of putting this as a single one, let me remove this from here. Okay, and go over here to my Photoshop. Okay, and bring this face background outside of this face background layer. Okay, and here what I will do is that I will make a folder, call this devil, put it this inside. Now this one I will call it maybe 5, make another copy. Okay, call it 4, and this one what I will do here is that, or call this one 0, and here what I will do, I will take my brush here and make a devil horn like this. Okay, and then what I can do here is that I can just slightly shape it up. Okay, so this is 0. I will duplicate this one and hide the 0, and oh, sorry, this one should be 4. Okay, or maybe 5. This one should be 5, and this 5 I will delete here, or this 5 I will make it 0 and put it up here. Okay, and this one I will call this 4, and number 4, what I will do, I will slightly remove this part here. Okay, now I will duplicate this one, hide this number 4, call this one number 3, and slightly more I will make it smaller, like erase this part. Now I will duplicate this one, rename it to 2, and slightly more I will erase this. Add number two more. Okay, call this one 1, and slightly more I will erase this part here. Okay, and this one I will call it VG, but I will keep this one open. Okay, there's one thing I have done it wrong here. Let me see. Okay, because when I was erasing this part as well of my character, so I have to bring this. I don't know what happened here, how it got erased. Okay, now this should be 0. Okay, now I will add one more here, and this one more thing I will do here is that this one I will reduce its opacity to 10. Okay, opacity of this one to 25, or 25 is too low, I think 50. Opacity of this one to 70, I guess. Okay, opacity of this one to 80, opacity of this one to 90, and opacity of this one to 100. Okay, now I will save this, and I will go back to my character animator here. Okay, now this devil I will take, and what I will do here is that I will go add cycle layers to it, and top to bottom. Okay, cycle once, let cycle finish, hold on the last frame. Okay, when triggered. Okay, and forward reverse, no, I don't want it. Everything is fine, top to bottom, when triggered. Okay, and also I will bring this one here. Okay, let me do one thing here. Let me make a swap set here and rename this to devil. Okay, bring this one inside the devil, and also it's not inside. Okay, yeah, it's inside. Also face background in the devil. Now face background I will call this default. This one I will latch it. Okay, and type here D. Now in the devil, if I will go, cycle layer is there. Now what I will do here is that after the cycle layer I will add layer picker. Now what will the layer picker will do? If on my like keyboard, if I will add, if I will use my up or down key, left or right on my keyboard, so it will cycle between the layers. Or if my audio sensitivity, if I will speak more louder, so it will show that that devil horn. Okay, and if my head movement, okay, is if I'm doing y-axis rotation more, Okay, so it will do that, or whatever I want my head position. Okay, head scale, maybe if I will go near to the camera, so it will work. Okay, camera strength 100. Okay, out of limit, limit to first last. Okay, or I will keep this one here. Okay, now I have applied here. Now first, if I will go to my camera like near, okay, just like this. Okay, so if I will go here, and you can see that it's working, but there is an issue here, I think. Not applied correctly here. Top to bottom, it is fine. Okay, hold on last. Okay, so I don't know what is the reason here. Let's see here. Is this working? Okay, let me turn off the latch here. Then I will see. Okay, so now if I will speak louder, so you can see that it is happening, but it's not working correctly. I don't know what is the reason it's not working correctly here. Okay, I think I know the reason here. This one have to be turned on, this one have to be turned off. Okay, and they all have to be turned on, I think. And then this one, the layer main folder have to be turned off. All these have to be turned on, only the folder have to be hidden. Now let's try. Now if I will move to the hair, so it works, but the issue is the same. I don't know what's the issue here. Okay, top to bottom is fine. Okay, and okay, here this one I have to choose. I think inside the layer picker it have to be audio input. Okay, and this one is fine. I don't know what's the reason here it's not showing. Okay, maybe it doesn't have to be a swap set. Let me do one thing. Let me delete this one. Maybe it have to be a trigger, I think. Okay, and let's try. So if I go near, so wait, wait. Okay, okay, let's try again. If everything's fine. Okay, if this happens something, it do something here, but there is it's not cycling correctly. I don't know what is the reason here. Let me remove this for a while, and let's see if without this if it works correctly, because already I have applied it somewhere here in the face background. Oh, okay. It have to be independent as well. Okay, now it's working. Now can you see that? So if I will speak louder, so you can see that it makes it devil. Hello. Okay, and if I move closer, so it do the same thing. Okay, so is it clear about the layer picker now? Okay, so let's see a few more of other over here, and okay, uh, let me check if it is still working. Hello. Okay, hello. Let me increase this one. Hello. No, it's fine. Hello. Hello. Okay, it's fine. So the thing is that you have to do some sort of changes over here when you apply layer picker. For percentage offset, I made it 100%, so it will show the whole thing. Keyboard advance, it doesn't matter, hold or tap, okay, because I'm working not on keyboard, I'm working on audio sensitivity, and I'm also working on the head movement. Okay, so this one have to be head scale. I'm working on the head scale. Okay, so that's all. Okay, so I'll save this. Now let's see what else we have here. So layer picker is done. Limbyk you already know. Lip sync, we know about that. Now magnet, it's basically what it do is that if I have any object on my screen, okay, like suppose let's do one thing. Let's make something here, okay, outside the frontal, like a ball or something. Save this one, and if I go over here, first thing what I have to do is that I have to fix everything here that I have. Okay, this one have to be here, and I will call this shoulder. Okay, then this one I will put it here. This is this is wrist here. Okay, because all these got removed when we shuffled the layer. So that's a big issue here. Okay, because once you do the changes, you lose everything and you have to do it again. Okay, so whenever you have this change of layers, you will lose everything. Sometimes students, what they do, they usually keep on asking me that layer, uh, that their project is not working, it's not showing. Okay, now the reason is that you have either moved the layers or you have done something wrong with it, because automatically it will not do any it will not remove your like puppets, or it will not you will not lose the data. I lose all these hands and everything because I moved the layers. Okay, so whenever you have issue, try to solve yourself with this and try to troubleshoot yourself. Okay, because asking me will not help you, because I might not know how it happened. Okay, because you might be telling, because students, what they do usually, they only tell me one side of the story, that their project is not working, that their file is not working, but they are not telling me what they did wrong before, uh, and what made it not working. So you have to tell, if you have some sort of an issue, you have to tell me the whole story why it's not working. If you will only tell me one side of story, I cannot help you. So you have to tell me that I moved the layers, and after moving the layers, or after doing this or that, my project is not working. So then I will be able to know that what's wrong. Because here, as you know, when I moved the layer, so that's why everything moved back. Now, if I will ask someone that my project is not working, he might not know why it's not working. But if I would tell him, okay, I was working on Photoshop, and by mistake, what I did was that I like I moved the layer, and when I came back to the Adobe Character Animator, then it stopped working. So now he knows what I did wrong, because maybe I have done something wrong inside the Adobe, uh, like my Adobe Photoshop, or I moved the layers, or any sort of text, that thing. So you have to make sure you are telling the whole story to the person. Otherwise, he will not be able to help you. And it's not about this course only. A lot of students, they just tell me their project is not working. So I will not be able to guess why it's not working. You have to tell me the full story why it's not working. Okay. Now I have added these. Okay. So you can see that this leg is not working. Let me see why this leg is not working. Oh, okay. They are not linked correctly. Now it's fine. Okay. Now everything's fine. Now this balloon thingy have to be independent in order to show you how the magnet will work. Okay. Okay, it's still moving with this. So I think I have to move it outside gym. You don't have to be inside the gym. You have to be outside the gym. Okay, now it's not working. Now what I want here is that when I move my hand, okay, now there is one issue here. This one have to be draggable. Okay. And this one have to be draggable also. Now see, I know why it's not moving, because I forgot to add draggable. Okay, so if you will ask me a question, my hands are not moving, so I will not understand why it's not moving. But if you will say, I added everything to my hand, all the handles, but I don't know why it's not moving. So then I might tell you, okay, the wrist handle, you have to add the draggable tag. Okay, so then you will know. Now, what does the magnet do? Right now, if I want to catch the ball, if I move near to the ball, so the ball automatically jumps to my hand. That's how the magnet will work. Okay, so I will go back to my rig here. Okay, and then I will apply the magnet here. Okay, uh, Now what I will do here is that I will go here. Okay, so you have to add magnet behavior to each puppet that you want to connectable. Okay, like balloon. Okay, I want this balloon. Its origin should be not here. Why it's there? Let me remove this. Oops. Or I will keep it here. Doesn't matter. Okay, so I have to add magnet to the balloon and magnet to the gem. Okay, but one thing is that you have to make sure the physics behavior is at the same level or higher in the puppet structure. Okay, so the physics behavior is basically inside walking gem. There is it. There it is. So it's fine. So that means I can go to balloon, go here, and I will call this one magnets. Okay, and there is magnet here, and then I will go here and add in the gym magnet as well. Okay, and there is a magnet over here. Okay, now once I have done, what I have to do right now is that apply the magnet tag in the physics category to handle that can attach to each other. So I can go here inside the gym. Okay, and I can go to the right arm here or the left arm maybe. Okay, or let's do one thing. Let's go to the gym. I think here the magnet should not be on the gym. Okay, so I will not apply the magnet on the gym. I want the magnet to be applied on the hand. So I will go to the hand. I will go here, add behavior magnets. Okay, and here I will take this draggable one which I already applied, and this one also I will add magnet to it. So it also have a magnet. Okay, done. Now I will go back to the balloon. Okay, take this one, and this one also I will apply magnet to it. Okay, so there is a behavior here inside the balloon as well. There is a magnet here. Now there is attach style, hinge or weld. Okay, so it's up to you, whatever you want. So what are these? It's basically controls how connected objects are oriented with each other. So weld is like original orientation will be there at the time. Okay, hinge allows the attached object to pivot. Okay, just like a door or something. So if you're using multiple magnets behavior, for example, you're connecting between puppets and they use different attach styles. So the connection to be used is hinge if you have multiple magnets. Okay, otherwise weld you can use it over here, but it will help, it will work in both ways. Okay, so as right now if I will go to the record. Okay, so now if I will go here, move the hand just next to this. Okay, so it should attach. It's not attaching right now. I don't know what is the reason. Let's go back here in the record mode. So let's see if I have added behavior here. It's already there. Okay, there is a range over here, so I have to check one thing. Let's change this to weld. Okay, and let's change the balloon also to the weld. Okay, and here I will increase the strength. I think will be fine. Okay, so yeah, I think it's fine. Okay, now if I will try to attach this, it's not attaching here. Maybe the reason is that because this is out of the range of this, so maybe I have to go back here, pull this inside gem. That's how it will only work. Okay, so I will go save it. Now go to record. Okay, and then Where is my balloon here? Okay, so I will take this one, add magnet to it, and also I will add, because I remove the layer, so when you remove the layers, your handles, your behaviors removes. Okay, so I will go here and add the magnets to it as well. Okay, and choose weld. And now let's try. Otherwise, I think what else I have to do here is that maybe this should be out on the gym. It's on the frontal itself. Okay, so but let's try and see if it works. Yeah. Okay, so you can see that it is no, it is not attaching to the hand right now. It's just moving. So I will go to the hand here and make it unattached here. Okay, and then I will go to the frontal part. Okay, or gym. Okay, I think it should be just uh, it should be the same way. I'm not sure why it's not working here. Okay, let me go here and let's see. Let's apply one more thing. Let's apply dynamic to this one as well. Okay, there is no dynamic here, or oh, okay, there is no magnetic here. Magnet here, and okay, it's not attaching here. So let's do one thing, because I think I have to reposition this somewhere closer, then it will start working. So you guys can take a little around 30 minutes break, and after that we will come back and we will do rest of the behaviors that are left. Okay, so just take a short break. Okay, it's not because the hand is far away, it's because of the layer. So I have to put it inside the layer, which will take little time. So maybe after the break I can do that, because it is away from the layer, like it is not inside the layer. It have to be somewhere inside the frontal. Okay, and inside the body maybe. Now it should work. Let's see. Okay, now the balloon is inside the body. Now let's see if it works here. Let's make put this magnet tag over there. Okay, and then I will add magnet weld. Now if it works, otherwise what will happen, we will I will change the layers to it. No, it's not dragging here, because this is, it should work in this way. It should not be too, like it is not far. Okay, if I will move it near it, the basically the thing is like, the whole thing about this magnet is that as far it is, it will come to the hand. Okay, so I'm not sure why it's not doing that, but after the break I will like we will figure it out. So because we have to drag the layers, I believe we have to drag the layers. That's the main reason it's not working. Okay, so you can see that it is still over here, but it's not attaching. It's near now. Okay, so it's all about the layers and the settings. So after the break, we will do all the settings. Okay, and I will send you another link about the behavior, and then we will move to the walking behavior also after the break. Okay, so just take a 30 minutes break, and we will do after the break. Okay, and on uh, your Blackboard, I will send you the new link. Okay.